Hi there. Certain candidates have asked me during the interview process whether it's appropriate for them to have a look at the LinkedIn profile of their interviewers prior to their interview. The simple answer to that one is yes, it's absolutely appropriate, and I do strongly encourage you to do this. Now I'm going to give you some tips and hints about what you should be looking for on somebody's LinkedIn profile prior to them interviewing you. First point is, this is reciprocal. Many of the interviewers on the marketplace will be looking at your LinkedIn profile prior to an interview. In fact, several of the hiring managers that I work with look at the LinkedIn profile whilst I'm talking to them over the phone to demonstrate the merits of the candidate who I'm representing and explain why they should interview and ultimately hire that person. So it's reciprocal. Please do it. There's no problem with that whatsoever. 2, the featured section of their LinkedIn profile. If this person keeps their LinkedIn profile up to date, they will have in their featured section either some of the articles or some of the videos that they've posted. If you have a look at those articles and videos, it will give you an insight into that person, what they're doing at their current company, what are their drivers, what are they passionate about, and what have they delivered. That's really, really helpful. 3, their post history. So you can look at the person's post history, you can look at the things that they've liked, things that they've shared, things that they've commented on, the articles that they've produced themselves, or any videos. And again, this gives you a deep insight, very much like the featured section of the LinkedIn profile. 4, have a read of the about section. It's very much like the executive summary of a CV, and if the person has a detailed about section, it gives you a lot of insight into their career and what they've brought to the workplace to date, some of their achievements. So that will help you with some points of commonality. 5, the work experience section. Now, in some cases, you'll get quite a detailed work experience section. You'll get an understanding of the person's career background, how they got to the point which they are today, and you may even find that you've worked at the same companies as this person. 6, education is always a great point of commonality and interest. 7, volunteering section. You may have similar interests as this person outside of work, and that could be an icebreaker or use their further point during the interview. 8, and last but certainly not least, mutual connections. I have almost 9,000 LinkedIn connections at this moment in time, so I do not have a deep relationship with every single one of those people. However, it's always good to know who your first level connections are, who mutual connections are. Maybe you've worked with similar people previously and you can get a bit of an insight into that person. So I hope this helps. I just leave you with the final point. It's absolutely appropriate for you to look at the LinkedIn profile of somebody who's going to interview you prior to your interview. Thanks so much for your time.